Hello and welcome to Seagulls Social, episode 34. We are back. I'm your host, Maz, and of course I'm joined by Ryan and Ben. Ben, you're back? We missed
Ben's
you last
back.
week.
Yeah.
How are you, mate? You all good?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Pretty
Good
much.
man.
Yeah, no, I love the support from the listeners on the YouTube
Yeah.
comments. How sweet.
Look at that. What a lovely
Appreciate
community
it.
we
Family
have.
love
Yeah.
that. What a
Yeah.
club.
What a club.
podcast.
Yeah, no, that was
What a
great
great
nice.
fan base as well.
And we're happy to have you back, Ben, mate. We're happy to have
It's
you
good
back.
to be back.
We
My
missed you
lights
last
are
week.
brighter than ever behind me, so
Yeah.
that means
Yeah, and I think Ryan's having I don't know what's going on. Ryan's
Ryan's beating up.
Stuff was falling off my desk like left, right, and centre there, so I was trying not to make a noise, and it ended up making more noise than I tried not to do. So
yeah, and considering it's the international break, basically this week we had to come up with something interesting, which we'll all go into. But before we do that, we just wanted to quickly touch on, well, if people haven't seen, the social media manager or admin, whatever you want to call it, left this week. Well, he's leaving, isn't it? Is that right? They're leaving? Or they're not left yet?
I think he's got a nice little promotion, hasn't he? Going to Chelsea,
Yeah.
by the looks of it. So
Gone to Chelsea,
fair play
mate.
to him for that.
What a transfer!
big,
Shout out to
massive,
Alex
big
Deadman.
transfer. Yeah.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
transfer.
deadline day move.
So fair play. but our very own Ryan Adset got tagged about 1 million times in the tweet, and I was Ryan, to be fair, that was actually nuts. Like, you must have been sat there like, what the hell's going on,
Mate, I was like, what is going on? Because I saw Ben send it to our chat before it was actually put out as a tweet. So I was like, oh, this looks pretty cool. But then I didn't actually see it was a tweet until I got tagged in it about 100 times. I was like, oh my God, this is mental.
It was so
thank
good.
you.
It was actually mad. I was just like, what is happening? Like, there's about literally, I think you had about 40 mentions of like,
easily 40. Oh yeah, but yeah, thank you. If you tag me and you're watching this, like, thank you so much. It's mad because I did not expect that at all. And Brighton, if you're watching it, right, give the people what they want. You know, like, the man's in demand. Give them what they
the man's in demand. I mean, fuck the qualifications, fuck all the requirements. Just give them the job.
Yeah,
On a
mate.
Who needs qualifications, mate? Just prove you can do it.
Exactly. No, but honestly, wish Ryan all the luck. If you are replying, Ryan, we'll leave it a mystery. If you are replying, or if you're not, we'll see what happens. But yeah, that'd be sick if you got that, because then you can promote us on the channel.
You give me like all of the
Seagulls Social.
Every single week we've got a new first team player just rolling.
Yeah, every tweet is just go follow.
Madness, to be fair.
Yeah.
First day at work, you bump into Aaron Connolly. He's like, "What the fuck were you talking about on your podcast?" Oh, that was a really poor accent. I'm normally doing
I don't know. I think Aaron Connolly went from Irish to bloody Indian.
Two fish suppers. That's what I need to do. So I say 2 fish suppers to get in. So 2 fish suppers, Ryan.
What? That is all.
I don't even know what that was.
Yeah, what is that?
Oh, I'm going to edit this out later.
No hard feelings. No hard feelings.
No, leave this in, Ben. Leave this in, please.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
let's crack on with the episode. Let's go crack on with the episode then, boys. So this week, as you know, it's lockdown, it's international break. We thought, what can we do that hasn't been done a million times before? And we came up with this idea, which is the ultimate Albion 11, and also we're going to go on to do the worst Albion 11. So quickly, if we explain, Ben, if you want to do the honours and just explain as to what we're going to do and how it's going to go.
Yeah, so to save a bit of confusion, we're not doing like the best Albion 11, because you could argue that it would just be the Premier League team that we currently have, minus a few people, not to mention any names. So it's going to be kind of like, yes, people obviously, it's all a matter of opinions at the end of the day, and we're going to agree on the team.
Yeah.
But legendary status comes into it. It's also about like how much they did for the club when they were playing.
Personal favourites too.
Personal favourites, that kind of thing, will all come into it. So it's not specifically best
Who's
player.
best?
So it's not going to be Adam Lallana in everyone's team, potentially, because he's just the best player. Like, it's what they've done to the club.
Who knows?
It might be, yeah. No, it might be.
Brian putting his cards on the table straight away.
Ryan's poker face.
Yeah.
They call me Tony Bloom, mate. They call me Tony Bloom.
So just quickly to explain like how it will work. So yeah, we'll start from we're going to do a formation of 4-3-3, and we're going to start off with goalkeeper and obviously make our way through the team. And then, so for example, I'll start, say, goalkeeper, give my rationale as to why. Ben will do the same. Ryan will do the same. And then at the end of it, we've all got to come to an agreement as to who goes into the Seagulls Social Ultimate 11. All right. So we've got to come to some kind of agreement, compromise. If we can't
and
agree,
managers at the end. Are we doing a
yes,
manager
and managers.
first,
Yeah, we'll do managers at the end
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, managers as well.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so let's kick off then.
Right,
and what we'll do, we'll start with me. So I'll do goalkeepers first, and then we'll go Ben, then Ryan, and then Ryan, you'll kick us off with right backs, and we'll work our way back. Yeah, so that's fair. So then everyone gets a go first, if that makes sense.
Oh, mate,
All right.
for some reason I'm nervous, but I don't know why.
Yeah, you're gonna get loads of outrage.
Because they're not talking about a game that's just happened. I felt this when I did that YouTube video. It's like I'm not following what's just happened, so I felt a bit strange recording.
Yeah,
I get what you mean.
Here we go. We're gonna freestyle, boys.
I'm slightly buzzing as well at the same time. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna kick us off.
To this episode.
I'm gonna kick us off. Okay. So the goalkeeper, I had two names, and I won't mention the second name because it might ruin one of yours. But I've got two sort of big contenders for this one. But I plucked with Michel Kuipers. All right. Now, the reason for this is, okay, I know we didn't achieve anything like for us essentially in terms of playing at lower standard. I think League One was the pinnacle of, the Championship as well. When we were back in the day, I think he played Championship a few seasons as well. But in terms of being a goalkeeper, like how good he was, he reminds me very much of like Robert Sanchez in terms of like just that big presence, a good solid keeper. You knew he controlled the box, and also as well, his record actually was I think he had just over 1 in 3 clean sheets. So every 3 games he'd have a clean sheet. So that's what I'm going to go with. Michel Kuipers. I know it's
for our Brighton team back then as well. It's not too bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The defense he had in front of him was awful. So yeah, that's going to be mine. So Ben, yours?
Funnily enough, mine is the same. I just have such great fond memories of Michel Kuipers. Obviously, the song "Former Dutch Marine Chef," absolutely class. Like that was one of my favourite songs when we were at the Withdean days. And he also, I think I touched on it in a previous podcast. He gave me his goalie glove after one of the matches, and I just still got it.
A bit of bias going in there, Ben.
Yeah, exactly. He paid me. He knew down like 10 years later, or whatever, I was going to be doing a podcast, and it was going to come to this exact moment. He's a smart guy.
He knew. He's a visionary.
You don't get in the Marines. You don't get in the Dutch Marines for nothing.
Unreal PR marketing.
Exactly, mate.
I love that.
Yeah, Michel Kuipers, 100% for me. I think, club legend.
Fair enough.
Ryan?
So I've got a few years on you boys, and I don't think I've mentioned it before, but I've got a few years on you guys. So my era is a little bit newer. So I did have Kuipers written down, but I actually wiped him out. And I went with Thomas Kuszczak, and this is going to cause a bit of a God, really?
No, I think that's a good
class for us, I thought. And it's a bit different. It's not just following it. So I thought, I thought you guys would go Kuipers. So I thought, let's just go with an alternative option. Kuszczak was brilliant for us. And he played for Man United at one point as well, didn't he?
Yeah,
so,
it was a big coup for us back in the day, wasn't it? It was like we were getting a keeper. Like it was big for us.
Yeah, and he was actually class.
Goalie.
It's a good shout, to be
fair. Yeah, big polling goal, top class goalie. So I gave it to him.
Nice. No, mate.
I have to do right back, don't I?
It's a very valid shout.
We haven't.
Yeah, we haven't decided yet, Ryan. We haven't decided.
Yeah. Sorry, we have to.
So okay.
I'll get the form soon, don't worry.
Yeah. So, all right, and also just to chuck in there as well, I had also Matty Ryan and Stockdale down, but I thought, big Dutch Marine, it's got to get it in there.
That's a tricky one. Yeah. So like, some people I mean, lots of people's opinions will differ. Like some people will say, well, Matty Ryan's miles better than Kuipers, but like you said previously, like legend status of the club, like what he's done for the club, stuck with us through thick and thin.
With Matty Ryan and Stockdale, I can think of multiple occasions where they let us down. Stockdale had a lot of howlers, let's not forget. I mean, he went on that incredible run in that final season, but he did have a lot of howlers too. Matty Ryan sort of left on bad terms, which is why I didn't put him on there. So Kuszczak, off the top of my head anyway, I couldn't name you many times where he let us down. If I'm being honest, I might be wrong, and someone could put up a clip, but I can't think many off the top of my head.
I think you're right.
Kuszczak cost us. So the
worst thing that happened to Kuszczak, but it wasn't even his fault. I think it was like the playoff derby. He hit the crossbar, and then it came off Kuszczak's back whilst he was diving again and went in.
Yeah.
Stockdale against Norwich moment. Oh, Chris Martin, because Lingard scored early on, didn't he? And then we threw it away in the first half. Oh, that's pain.
Standard. Right, okay, so should we decide on Michel Kuipers then?
We'll lock that
Michel
in.
Kuipers?
I think we
lock that in.
Lock Michel Kuipers in,
Right.
I'll give you Kuipers.
All right, cool. No, we appreciate it, Ryan. We appreciate it. Majority wins. Go on then, Ryan, kicks off.
He's more of a legend than Kuszczak wasn't he, to be fair?
Yeah.
Bruno, I've given right back. I think it's a very straightforward answer as far as I'm concerned. Just top man, top player, unbelievable, classy. You can't even think of enough adjectives that even cover the amount of legend status that man has. So Bruno, what a guy.
No hairs on his head, but he's got plenty of adjectives to describe him.
Exactly.
I suppose he makes up for it with his beard though, doesn't he? Let's be honest.
Fantastic beard. Just for the beard alone, I think he should get in anyway.
Class. Top moment for Bruno must be like that. Was it volley against Bolton? One of them. That goal.
Good goal that.
I'm trying to think.
And the lob against Cardiff as well.
Yeah,
remember that one.
No, I don't think I remember that.
You don't remember? It was lobbed over the top,
No.
and then Bruno just dinked it over the goalie. It was probably 2014,
Oh, nice.
15.
He's a boy, mate.
So. Yeah, Bruno.
Look at that. Bruno for Ryan, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, I'm Bruno as well. It was tough. I mean, I'm not going to say who the other options were until you said, Mads. But yeah, I think Bruno. Yeah, this would probably be the easiest position. I think. Mm-hmm. I think we can all agree at Bruno. You know, he's got that painting on the side of the. Well, he did have, and then it was taken down. Then it was made again.
But
it looks terrific now, doesn't it?
But didn't someone didn't they graffiti over it? Didn't they?
Yeah, that rapper bought the wall because it's like a little pub or bakery that like sell the wall.
Yeah,
and he like painted over it for his album that probably had like 2 listeners.
And he was a Palace fan.
I don't even think he liked football.
No, he was. He was.
Oh, was
he was a Palace fan.
Oh, was he?
Oh, really?
Because he said that he was like all up the Palace. I remember all over. He sent me a load of DMs because talk Seagulls, and he just sent me loads, and I said, mate, just delete your account.
See, I thought he was only sent out the Palace because loads of Palace fans were like adopting him. I think loads of Palace fans were adopting him as their own. So I think that's why he said out the Palace. Yeah, he was like, because I DM'd him as well, and he was like, mate, I don't even watch football. And I was like, really? Oh, really? What you done, mate? You've had an absolute stinker here, pal.
Yeah.
Right. Even more of a stinker. He was just saying he was a Palace fan. Fair.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. Right, I'm gonna do what Ryan did in the first round and go against the grain, just for the sake of it. I'm gonna go Inigo Calderon at right back.
That was the second.
So it was between those two.
Yeah, for me, the reason why I fancied him, I don't know, I just really like Inigo Calderon, with regards to, because in regards to his playing style, I know he's very similar to Bruno, very attacking, but I just love that his work rate. For me, his work rate down that right hand side was just, he was class down that right side. So I feel like he just
pitch too.
Yeah, exactly. And I just feel like, for me personally, I just had a really a personal fond memories of him just bombing down the wings and just being an absolute workhorse. So yeah, that was my reasoning. But I will happily concede and we'll put Bruno in. I'll happily do that because he was my second option as well.
No hard feelings in Ego, but unfortunately, Bruno just edges it.
He's just got that status in Ego.
Love Calderon.
So yeah.
El Capitan says it all.
I'll put him in. Yeah, there you go. By the way, I am writing these down so then we know.
My assistant manager on Football Manager today, so. That should give him the benefit.
Love that.
I've got him and Bruno as my coaches as well. Bobby Zamora is like my under 18s manager.
That's a good shout. Actually, I might do that.
Got so many random stuff like Fernando Torres and Peter Crouch are like the under 23s managers. I go mad on that. But yeah. Well, should we move on to the first centre back then?
Yeah, first centre back. Yep.
Yeah.
So go on, Ben. You kick us off this one.
Yeah. Yeah, here's the tricky one because I think some people will say, well, you never saw him, but you can't disregard legendary status at club, even if I don't know much about him. But what I do know is that this person I think he was the first Brighton player to ever get an England cap. So that's quite something for a club like Brighton. I hate to say club like Brighton. So Steve Foster, I think, just kind of has to go in it for that alone, that he got the England call up, first person to do it as a Brighton player. I think he earns a place in the ultimate Albion 11.
Interesting. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I've never watched the guy play, but of course,
nor have I.
Yeah, I get why. Exactly. I get why you've chosen him and gone for him. But yeah, interesting. All right. Nice way to kick us off, Ben. Ryan, you go. Ben,
if you had to choose one of personal favourite though, because if we're doing it as a personal sort of team, who's your centre half then? But that's what I'm saying. If I've actually watched, then So it's between, for me, that this right centre back, for example, was between Gordon Greer and Steve Foster, because I think Gordon Greer, big signing, he done so much for the club from the Poyet era. But I just think personally, I have the attachment to internationals like that, and I think it was quite a big thing for Brighton to be the first. Yeah,
captain, I mean, listen, but Ben, you don't have to justify yourself, mate. That's what you want to go for. You go for it.
No, I am. No, it's good. I mean, that is a personal thing for me. Yeah, I like the fact that he's an English international.
All right, okay, cool. Okay, and Ryan.
Fair enough. I've gone Lewis Dunk, current player, standard. But just all round top legend, man. What guy as well. I can say this for basically everyone on my list, to be honest. I mean, everyone on my list and my 11 are worthy of saying what a man. So Lewis Dunk, current player, current baller, should be in the England team but isn't. Best English centre back, never changed my mind. And just top man.
So, mate, wait, should we say both our centre backs? Because I've got Lewis Dunk as well, of course. So
Okay, go on it. Oh, yeah, let's go.
I've got Lewis Dunk and Steve Foster, yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. And then Brian?
Yeah.
My other centre-back was Gordon Greer. So I gave it Greer and Dunkey. If they both played at the same time, it would have been two rocks, to say the least.
Yeah.
So, Gordon Greer, unbelievable captain, top man as well. I think, again, this is all going to go without saying with all of these players, because if you're a Brighton fan, I say Lewis Dunk, I say Bruno, I say Gordon Greer. You're all going to know them. You're all going to know how top guys they were. So, Gordon Greer is my other centre.
To have Gordon Greer, the leader he was, like, during Gus's time. And Gus even said, like, previously, he was saying, like, how huge he was, especially not only like being a leader in the dressing room, but the style of play that Gus wanted to implement. They said that Gordon Greer just suited it so well.
See, I'm going to be controversial here and say I wasn't a fan of Greer. Apart from being a leader, I wasn't a big fan.
You weren't a fan of Greer? Really?
No. Stylistically, he was not for me. Stylistically, he was too he was too slow, and he was just like he didn't have. For me, he just wasn't technically great. And in comparison, let's say to Lewis Dunk, who technically is incredible on the ball, in terms of range of passing. So for me, stylistically, in terms of a leader and actually, getting results and stuff, of course, Gordon Greer. I'm not saying he was shit by any stretch, but with regards to aesthetically, for me, I just didn't rate him at all. Like, I just felt he was too clunky. You know what I mean? Like, he was too sort of like just didn't turn very quick. Like
centre half. That's what he was. He was no nonsense, and that's what we needed at the time because that's the level we were at. So it worked perfectly, and he was a perfect leader. Whereas, but I just felt like if we were throwing that in there, back then.
No.
He came into the team straight away, didn't he? And then was just like given the armband like straight away. He knew. Yeah. I don't understand how Poyet had such good.
He was in the League One promotion. He was a League One promotion centre half, wasn't he? Yeah. Look, listen, I'm not saying shit by any stretch, but for me personally, like stylistically and aesthetically, I just didn't have that attachment to him, if that makes sense. Cool, interesting. And I didn't. So interestingly, I didn't put him in there at all. I didn't even mention him. So for me, it was between three centre halves, and of course, Lewis Dunk that's a given. From League One all the way through, promoted twice all the way to Premier League, club captain, and the best centre back we've ever had in my lifetime. So that's all I'm going to say about Dunkey. So I think we can cement him in. But then my other two
have Dunkey in your Albion 11 and you're listening to this, then comment and tell us why. Surely everyone.
Yeah, there's no reason why.
There's no debate. Yeah, there's no debate.
Oh, do you know what? In our lifetime, a controversial one though.
Go on.
I'm going to put out a controversial one though. I think Adam Webster has the potential to go on and be better than him. I really do. I think that Webby.
Dunk, you mean?
Ooh,
I reckon if he stayed loyal to us, I think he can go on and be better. There you go.
Okay. I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think with regards to Webster's ceiling, he's got a high ceiling. Like he can become a top centre half for an English centre half. So, mate, I agree with you. I just don't think in terms of club status, I don't think he'll ever reach Dunk levels because of what Dunkey's done. If that makes sense.
What he's been there since the beginning. I know.
He's been there since he was a kid. To be fair.
We have such a sentiment towards Dunk, don't we? But who's your second centre?
Right. So then, so this is between. I'm going to say because we've basically you've done yours. I'm going to put them out there. So it was between Shane Duffy and Adam Virgo. For my centre halves, all right. Now I'll give you rationale for both, and then we'll So Shane Duffy came in the season we were promoted to the Premier League, and obviously the partnership with Dunkey was just second to none. Like with regards to what they achieved in the Champ and also in the Premier League up until last season when he sort of fell off a bit, and then he kept us up, and he was player of the year 18-19 season as well. So I thought
Bringing out the facts. Here we go.
Yeah, bring out the facts. I told you, I've written out like a whole what's it called? Resume, everything. So and then Adam Virgo, of course, he scored the 120th minute equaliser in against Swindon to get us to the playoff final, and then we obviously won that as well. And then he moved to Celtic for 1.5 million, which at the time I think he was a club record, but I'm not too sure.
Decent money there, back
then. Especially back then. And he went to Celtic, and at the time that was huge. And he had an absolute worlder in the Championship in the 04-05 season as well, which was mad. So they were my two. But if I got to go out the two, I will go with Adam Virgo as my centre half. So we've come to our first disagreement, so to speak.
Here we go.
So so you boys said. Yeah, so you said Gordon Greer. No, you both agreed on Gordon Greer, no?
No. So I'm Steve. We all agreed Dunk. I'm Steve Foster. Yeah,
okay,
But
so come on, got Duffy.
First England cap for a Brighton player.
But the thing is, we never. Ben, I'm not, okay, I agree, but I've never seen this geezer play. Neither of you.
I've never seen
Ryan.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way we said it at the beginning was personal favourite. It was not necessarily the best. Otherwise, Adam Lallana, he's a Champions League winner. Okay, he didn't do it at Brighton, but he's most high quality.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Fair.
All right.
If we're doing it off the Seagulls Social, the Seagulls Social 11,
our own eyes that we've seen and what we've experienced. Because I personally watched Adam Virgo play, and I watched Shane Duffy play, and I've watched Dunkey play. So that's why my reasoning is behind those.
I'll take the L with this, and then I'll let you two battle it out for your centre back, and then I'll agree. I'll try to see.
Okay, you can be the
Greer or who?
So Greer or I've got to decide. Adam Virgo. Greer or Adam Virgo.
Yeah.
See, I know this is tough now because
that's a
this is tough
one.
because I completely back you guys with the Greer thing. Like I get where you're coming from. He was really good, and he was a great leader, etc. And I'm not saying he was bad. It was just my personal sort of preference on the style of play. Whereas I suppose, to be fair though, Adam Berger wasn't any better on the eye. To be honest with you,
it wasn't exactly quality, was he?
He was just a bit
played
of a
as a striker at some point as well.
He did.
He was like the modern day Greg Halford at the time.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Mate,
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm still. I think I've got to stick by Greer over Virgo.
I'll give you Greer. I'll give you Greer.
Yeah,
I'll give you Greer.
I was going to say
it's got to happen.
All right, I'll give you Greer. I'll give you Greer.
Just for everything he done, like getting League One to the Championship.
Captain, leader, legend.
Honourable mention. Let's do some honourable mentions. For me personally, Adam Alab, just absolute.
Yeah, he was
tank.
Absolute nutter.
Yeah. Not good enough for the 11, but because to be fair, we got some decent picks for centre back. So
Guy Butters.
Imagine Elab playing in the Premier League.
Yeah, mate.
Imagine Elab playing in the Prem. Do you remember that game against? I think it was against Liverpool, and we were playing against Andy Carroll, and Andy Carroll was getting the better of him every single time because all that Elab was doing was just giving him a good kicking whenever he got near him.
Mate,
that's what he was done every time.
That's all he did.
He was
just
kick
players,
giving people bad time. That's all he was there for.
He was just a brute.
Pinching him.
He was a brute, wasn't he? He was a brute.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So let's lock that in then. Duncan, Greer, centre halves. So now left back.
I think they did overlap, didn't they? I mean, they did overlap and play together, but obviously not for as long as we would have liked them to.
Yeah.
And Greer was starting to lose it at that point. The moment that sticks out in my mind,
imagine them two together in their
to.
prime. Oh.
Yeah. The moment that always sticks out in my mind is with Greer was when he got done against Watford. Now this is totally like a random memory of mine, but I seem to just remember because watching it live, I just remember Matej Vidra absolutely skinning.
What a ball,
I think it was Elabd and Greer playing. And
was this
Vidra
FA
just
Cup?
Absolutely tore him apart. No, we were playing the Championship. I'm pretty sure. And that was just a moment where we got skinned because I don't know why. It's just one of those things you remember.
Standard.
Vidra's a little
mate, to be fair, Vidra back at the Championship level, he was like elite. He was
OP.
He was
the boy. Right, so I'll kick us off then left back. And for me, this is the only one really popped up. And this is, I don't know, some people might not agree with this. Well, okay, anyway, I'll say who it is. Wayne Bridge at left back. I know he's only with us for one season, but he was like, you could just tell the levels with him. Like when he was at the club for us, he was just class. And it was a season that we obviously lost to Palace winning the playoffs. He got us there. He's part of the playoff sort of team under Gus. So yeah,
he got done in that
for
game,
me, he did. But I mean, Zaha back then as well. He was like elite when he like in that level as well. So yeah, I don't know. I know it was only one season and. Like maybe I'm looking back on nostalgia and sort of his reputation maybe, but for me that season he was incredible and I think got 3 assists or chipped in with a few goals as well. But yeah, he was decent. So I thought he was very good.
I'll have to agree with you, Maz. I've got Wayne Bridge, and now I think for some reason I think this was probably like the position where there aren't many legends, in my opinion, personally. Like a few people I can think of, like Jimmy McNulty, Marcus Painter,
Jimmy McNulty.
But then I just think Wayne Bridge. I think. I saw it earlier. Had like 39 appearances, and he played a lot of games. And I just remember really enjoying watching him play.
Yeah,
that's probably like one of the first left backs for Brighton that I've watched. And
I think that's the same as me. Yeah,
and
sure.
And then I was funny enough, I was watching Tubes does this like 4-hole challenge, this golf thing. And Wayne Bridge was saying like how he literally loved his time at Brighton.
Yeah,
he regrets not doing the second season with us because obviously he chose Reading eventually. I think fortunately for Brighton, he ended up getting like riddled with injuries with Reading, so maybe we didn't miss out too much.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
Yeah, he loved the time at the club. Apparently, like on his first day, he turned up to the Brighton training ground for his first day, and I think like Donkey and all the boys started playing the Saturdays for like the whole morning.
Oh yeah,
because he's
she
going
went out with
Frankie.
Frankie. Yeah.
So they were literally doing their warm up to the whole Saturdays, like albums and shit like that. So they said it's class. Like they didn't even speak to him, but they were playing Saturday straight away. Yeah, Wayne Bridge for me. Wayne Bridge for me, left back.
Wayne Bridge, Ryan.
Yeah, mate. I agree. I've gone 3-1 here. Yeah, nice. I've gone with Wayne Bridge too. Wayne. But I'm gonna just say quickly because you said there's not really any legends in the left back. Mate, Kerry Mayo.
Have I slipped up?
Kerry Mayo.
Oh no, Kerry Mayo.
One of the
no.
Made like 400 appearances for us. So but no, in terms of quality, Wayne Bridge any day of the week. Simply different class. Like as you've all said, really. I don't want to just repeat everything. So yeah, go to that same with Bridgie. So yeah, Wayne Bridge left back for sure.
Yeah. Kerry, if you're watching, I'm sorry, mate. I got a lovely picture of him on when we played Wembley against City.
For me, he's like the cult hero, Kerry Mayo, and I just remember like him with Guy Butters and like that kind of sort of banter era. Well, not banter era, but like you know, I look back at it with
before my
funny
time,
memories.
but I've seen them, met them all, and like know a lot of them. So I agree.
I didn't recognise him.
Is it my go now?
Yeah, Ryan, it's your go.
No, you said Wayne Bridge. I was just saying about Kerry Mayo, like my friend. Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, you said Kerry Mayo,
the next position.
No, you meant the next position.
Sorry, I'm still on left back.
You do your little bit now. You keep going.
Yeah, go on.
I didn't recognise Kerry Mayo until my mate Brett like called him out and pointed him over. But I think he had like really short hair, so I was like, "What? Is that Kerry Mayo?"
Yeah. I think he works. Do you know he works in like telecoms now? He works at like some office job. Yeah, it's so mad. It's mad.
Kerry Mayo.
Yeah. Big up, Kerry. Right, go on, Ryan. Kick us off with. So we're playing 4-3-3. So one of your first three midfielders, Ryan. You kick us off.
So centre mid, I've gone with Liam Bridcut. Who's so classy, I seem to remember a couple of moments really, where he just spins out of trouble very, very easily, and I don't know really what happened to him in the end because I thought he had all the potential of going on and being a classy player. I seem to also remember him out-jumping Per Mertesacker against Arsenal in the cup. So you know, for a little man, he had a good jump on him. So top class. Well, Bridcut.
He went to the
scored the left-footed volley at the Withdean as well.
Oh yeah.
Did he? Oh yeah, he went to Sunderland.
Yeah, he went to Sunderland. Yeah,
it's a shame he left actually in a bad way because he started refusing to play, didn't he? But
because he left in January, I think that season. I think he left because he wasn't. He played like 11 times in the first half of the season and then left to go to Sunderland.
Yeah.
So
Paul
left on bad terms. To be fair,
nabbed him and Buckley, didn't he? In his time.
Yeah. But Bridcut for what he did at the club, top man again. Yeah,
top man.
Bridcut.
Love it. Ben.
Met him in Build-A-Bear once.
Build-A-Bear.
Yep.
Shout out Build-A-Bear, Church and Square's finest. Ron, I'm agree. I got Liam Bridcut down as well. I just remember him. Yeah, when he joined us, you could just see like the level in class because I think we got him from he was like a Chelsea product, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
You could just see,
got released from Chelsea.
You could just tell that the difference in level of class that he had been taught throughout his childhood. And his upbringing, like he just looked like levels above, and you said, for a small lad, he bossed that midfield. I had great memories of Liam Bridcut. It's, like you said, it's shame how he left, but you can't fault him for choosing to go in the Premier League because
exactly. He had a chance to go
as well. It was the most iconic commentary from Johnny Cantor ever. So top.
Shout out Johnny.
Top class.
I don't know where Liam Bridcut is now. I think he's like league.
He's at Lincoln. Lincoln.
Lincoln.
Yeah, captain Lincoln now, isn't he?
Yeah, Lincoln. Yeah.
Is he really? God, he's really full, isn't he?
Sunderland to Lincoln.
But I mean,
I'm not going to play then.
I'm not gonna repeat everything everyone said. Yeah, Liam Bridcut, he's the first one on my thing. Integral in our League One playoff campaign, unbelievable. The surging runs. I think he chipped in a few assists here and there as well. Unbelievable. Yeah, so Bridcut goes in easy choice for all three of us.
Did you know he went to Leeds at one point? 2016.
Yeah, he did.
Was it a loan?
I did not know he did that. Yeah, on loan.
Was it perm? Oh yeah, perm. Yeah, no, sorry, loan. Yeah, I thought it was a loan.
How did I miss that? Maybe I did know that. I just forgot.
Big Liam. Right, Ben.
Then me. Yeah. So let's go for the second position in midfield. Now, there's the other one. There's a really obvious one for me, but then this one was my second to last. No, I think this was the last position I had to fill. For some reason, I couldn't think of players for my all-time 11.
I had a few, but
this might be controversial because he's a current player in the team, and maybe my love for him has just got the better of me here. But Yves Bissouma. Yakumoto. No, Yves Bissouma. I know it's been like only recent, isn't it, that he's actually shown the level that he's at. But yeah, I've always loved the way he plays. Big love for Biss. So
extremely talented, isn't he?
Yeah,
but yeah, I think that's
good.
Probably one of my weaker suggestions for the team.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Ben. I actually had Yves Bissouma down as one of my options.
Really?
But he hasn't made my final thing.
Oh, okay.
But he wasn't my final. He was just one of the ones I had
on your shortlist.
Yeah,
so who have you got then, Maz?
Who have I got? I have got. Okay, so. Well, I've done it just I'll do it in any order, but we'll go with the first one. I've gone with Pascal Gross, whatever you want to call him, however you want to say it.
Gross.
Big Pascal, Big Pascal, because of course, to be fair, I'm basically just nabbing what Ryan said last week, if you listened to the podcast last week. But since he joined the Premier League, as Ryan would attest to, only KDB has created more chances than him. So for me, that's a mad feat, like to do that in the Premier League for a team. Again, I don't want to say it like Brighton, but for a team that sort of, we've always been sort of battling relegation or been down at that bottom half of the league, to be able to put those kind of consistent performances and chance created, that's big. And he's been vital in keeping us up as well. And I've got a little stat as well. He's played 128 times in the Prem for us, and he's scored 14 times and assisted 23 times. So again, with the attackers he's got,
he does unbelievable with the stats, doesn't he?
Yeah, and for the attackers he's got to work with, I mean, that's pretty good, right? So yeah. Ryan.
So you guys have gone quite current here. I've gone a bit further back. So I like it. I had two. And I was really torn because I didn't want to leave either out because I love both. But Steve Sidwell was one of them, and I really didn't want to leave him out. But Sidwell was definitely up there. But I had to leave him out because I went with Dale Stephens, and that's going to be really controversial. But Dale Stephens for me, he was just my favourite player in the Championship for years, and he was there from 2013 all the way till 2019.
Yeah, got it from Charlton, didn't we?
Yeah, for an absolute bargain. I think it was only 300 grand. So Dale Stephens. I mean, he was by far one of the best players in the Championship for years.
No, he was.
And people have short memories on Stephens. They went to go scapegoat him. Only remember the Premier League. So, that was the biggest scapegoat. So, for me, Dale Stephens is definitely the guy.
I think
the only thing is, right, Maz, because you said Pascal Gross, I'm going to just say this now. I had an attacking mid, and Gross was my attacking mid. So, that's a bit of a sticky one, because I would have Stephens and Brigcut holding it, and then I'd have Pascal Gross just in front of him.
Mine's a bit more attack. I won't say who my other option is, but mine's a bit more attacking. So I've got two attacking mids.
To help this situation out that we've got, I'm happy to sacrifice. I'm happy to sacrifice Biss and go with Pascal. Then in the next midfield, Ryan, you can say your piece on why Dale should be against the other midfielders. Does that make sense? Because you've got.
Yeah.
Because you've got Pascal already in, haven't you, Ryan? Did you say?
Yeah, he's got Pascal already.
I've got Pascal, yeah.
Okay, so I reckon, should we agree on Pascal? I'm happy to agree with him. Simply because the stats that he's got for us in the Premier League, I think. They're undeniable that they are decent stats, and good shout, Mason.
We've also got to remember, we've been in the Prem for 4 years, 4 years this year. So we're always looking back, and we're looking back on the Championship as fond memories. But we've been here for half the time we're in the Championship now, already. So we're here to stay. There's plenty of recent memories.
No, definitely, mate, definitely, and that's why I thought it was just. I thought that's why Pascal justifies a place, because it's been a sort of big chunk now of our history. Well, not a big chunk, but a considerable amount. 4 years, not a short time, is it? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, and then final one. Then shall I kick us off with my final suggestion?
Yeah, shoot.
So again, I think I'm going a bit of a nostalgia here, but and again, this won't shock anyone, it won't surprise anyone. But Vicente, I've gone with, and the reason why I've gone with Vicente, again, he only played for us for one season, but in that season he scored 5 goals and 9 assists. I'm coming with all the facts today, and he's just naturally gifted, an absolute cult hero, absolute wizard of a left peg. And everyone just loved Vicente, the way he played, aesthetically pleasing.
Everyone.
And most people. But that's my choice, Vicente.
And I've also gone for Vicente, and whilst I was doing this, I was realising that, I think it was 2 seasons he was at Brighton, but he only played, so he played more seasons for Brighton than Wayne Bridge, but Wayne Bridge had 39 appearances. I think.
Oh, he had more
Vicente
appearances.
Had like 24.
Yeah.
So like, when I think of Vicente, I only think of him for like that short period of time. You forget that he was still at the club and just riddled with injuries or whatever was going on. But saying that, just from 24 assists, maybe that's credit to the man. I just love him to bits. Like, absolute baller, and one of the greatest players I've seen at the Amex for sure. So he gets my vote 100%.
Yeah, Ryan.
So Vicente obviously is the biggest left winger we've ever had, probably by quite a distance. But I've gone with a different angle, and I've gone with Andrea Orlandi, and that's just because.
There we go.
That's just because. I think it's
you
more...
fancy him, Ryan. Just let us know. Tell the fans.
Well, do you know what? It was more of a personal favourite thing because it was either going to be him or Craig Noon, and that's just because they were like one of my favourite players at the time. But yes, undoubtedly Vicente on his day, if he wasn't arguing with Gus or if he wasn't injured, whatever he was actually doing in his spare time. I mean, if he wasn't doing that the whole time, I would have always given it Vicente just because he was class. But Orlandi, he was part of the Spanish Albion group when we had it, and everyone loved the Spanish Albion group. No one can ever deny that. And it just felt like, for me, you were more attached to the Spanish players at the time, that little group of David Lopez, Orlandi, Bruno, Calderon. You're more attached to them than I probably ever would have been with Vicente. Although Vicente is Spanish, but he didn't seem as part of that group as them. So for me, it was always an attachment.
Do you know what it is? I think. Do you know what it was, Ryan? I think he felt like he's maybe a little bit above everyone else because of like where he'd come from.
Yeah, that's my.
The fact that he was linked with Real Madrid, and I think he's a bit of a Billy Big Bollocks, which I mean, rightly so, because like he'd come from a big sort of club in Valencia or wherever he came. I think it was Valencia anyway.
Yeah, Valencia.
He sort of came into Brighton probably thinking he's the fucking dog's bollocks, which he sort of arguably was. But I can see what you mean with that. All right, so who are we going to... gets my vote. So Orlandi then. So Orlandi versus Vicente and Stevens. Stevens.
Oh yeah, Stevens.
So we've got Stevens, Vicente, or Orlandi. So what we saying, boys? Are you Ryan? Are you sticking? Are you like wanting any of those two options? Like really? Are you really for it, or are you happy to concede Vicente?
I'm all for Orlandi. That'd be the one I'm all for. But when we say Stevens for. So what are we doing with the midfield?
This is the third midfielder.
So third
midfielder.
This
is confusing the life out of me now.
It's meant to be Dale Stevens. It's meant to be Dale Stevens versus Vicente, isn't it? At the moment.
Oh, okay. Well, because basically, Ryan, we're just playing 3 in the midfield. So Brightcart, Pascal Gross, and whoever the midfielders.
So you've got one ahead and named a forward, have you?
I've gone left wing. Yeah. That Orlandi was my left wing.
Oh, right.
That's why I've gone with him.
No. So we're doing our third.
That's why I was confused.
We're doing our third midfielder, like centre.
So like an attacking mid, right?
Attacking
or just a midfielder.
Any midfielder.
But yours was basically Dale Stevens versus two Vicentes.
So it's still okay. Yeah. Sorry, they're completely different positions, but. I guess if you wanted to be more conservative, I would say Stevens. I think that Stevens, Brightcart, and Gross link up would have been too good. But I get what you're saying with Vicente now. I want a bit of Vicente.
Okay, cool. All right, everyone happy with Vicente? We'll put just because we need a bit of Spanish flair in midfield. You know what I mean? We got the German, we got the Englishman, and we got the Spanish Spaniard.
Yeah. So Ryan, you kick off. One of 3 forwards with Orlandi.
The left wings. The left wingers. Yeah, Orlandi. As I said, the Spanish Albion stuff. I don't even need to waffle it again because it was just a waste of time. So Orlandi. Left wing.
Okay, cool.
Ben? It's just forward though, right? So it was just a forward. If that makes sense.
But left wing's fine. I've done right wing, left wing, striker.
I've gone right wing, left wing, striker. Okay.
Let's just go on, Ben. Go for it. Go.
So then, that's the thing. My left forward, if you like, is Bobby Zamora.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
the name says it all. Absolute club legend.
Yeah. Block me on Twitter, but yeah.
That's why.
That's why he's a legend. That's why he's a Brighton legend.
That's because he thought you were anti-knockout.
Made my Twitter career. So yeah, fair play to the guy.
There you go.
Yeah, but no, Bobby Zorn was so nice. He done it twice, and yeah, luckily when he came back the second time, he done us proud. Still, I was worried when he did join the second time, thinking, "Oh, we're gonna get an old man up front for us." But yeah, he got some crucial goals for us.
Got 7 goals.
Dink for Leeds.
Season, so.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Bobby Zamora will get my vote on that first forward.
And if you want another stat, in 136 appearances for us, he scored 83 times, which is fucking mental. 136
which by that
appearances,
point means Bobby Zamora's in Maz's team somewhere.
He's one of my options. Detective Cluedo over there has done a very, very good job there. But no, so he was one of my options. However, he's not actually in it. He was at my second. He was my second sort of reserve. So for left wing, I've gone for Anthony Knockaert. Now, for me personally, whenever I used to watch him at the Amex, he made me stand up. Like whenever he was on the ball, we were like, right, something's going to happen here. Like, well, you got that sort of vibe from him. Excitement, and for me, he was just so exciting. And the fact that he actually, again, I'm going to pull out some more stats here. This is in the Championship, 64 times he played for us, scoring 20 goals and assisted 16 times. Now that is mental. Big he was decent. He was decent in the Premier League as well. Like he wasn't, and he scored against Palace that unbelievable top bins goal, which for me just stands in the memory. That is why Anthony Knockaert for me left wing. There you go.
The trouble is, Maz, I've put Knockaert, and I'm gonna go for the next position just from here because screw it.
Go on.
So Knockaert is on my right wing because I have always put Knockaert as a traditional right winger. And that's sort of what he is. He
let's just say like one position. Let's just put him in one. So like we've decided on one of those 3 slots as Knockaert. So me and you have decided Knockaert as one of those 3 slots. Yeah, do that.
Okay, yeah.
So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he plays right or left.
Wait, Ben. Does Ben agree with that though? Does Ben agree with Knockaert being in that team, in that front 3?
So here's the thing. So my thought was like 3 forward. So that would either be like a winger or striker. I didn't really think of tactics more or less.
I thought of tactics. Yeah. I'm a football manager, kind of guy,
Oh, okay. No, when I put it in, I'm all about forwards, but I should have communicated better. But when I put 3 forward, that's kind of what I meant in my head. But I should have communicated that better. But Bobby Zamora versus what we did. Bobby Zamora versus 2 Knockaerts.
See, this is tough because
do you know what? Right. I'm gonna pitch Knockaert here because I'm gonna say, look, Knockaert came in and changed us completely. The way we attacked, the way everything was, he stopped us from being that bottling team. He stopped us from being that. Him and Murray, when Murray came in, it was like the Championship were blown away, and nothing anyone could do could stop it. Every single time, every single game, you were thinking Knockaert's gonna have a blinder.
I'm with Ryan.
I'm always going to stand by that.
I want Knockaert in a team. I'm not going to lie to you. I need him
over Bobby Zamora.
Yeah, same.
No, but the thing is, you can't compare him to Bobby Z. You can't. You can compare Murray to Bobby.
We are for that slot, aren't we?
No. We're playing right wing, left wing, and a striker. We're playing a striker up top, central, and then
we've got to be somewhat tactical, Ben.
Oh, you're doing tactical. Okay.
Yeah. Right, sorry, I'm sorry, Ben. We're going to have to. So for one of the wing slots, Ben, are you happy for Knockaert?
Yeah, if it had to be a winger, then Knockaert would be.
All right, Knockaert's in. Knockaert's in. All right, Knockaert's in. Okay, and then let's do the central striker. So let's do the central striker. Ben, you kick us off. Oh, so you gone with Bobby Z, right? For that central role.
No, I haven't. So I've got another. Okay. In my 3 forwards, I've got one winger and I've got 2 strikers.
Right. Okay. And I'm assuming it's Glenn Murray, right?
Yeah, Glenn Murray.
Stan.
Good opinions.
Go on.
Only one bloke can go to your bitter rivals and still be an absolute fan favourite, and that's Glenn Murray. I know it's a weird
for both clubs.
For both
clubs. That's even more mad. But
I'm not gonna lie. I actually had that down as one of the negatives. Like Glenn Murray, he did reject a contract with us, and he signed for Palace, which is a negative for me. But I mean, we can't deny he was. Well,
that was a jump to the Premier League, though, wasn't it? That's what he done. So.
Yeah. No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
No, Palace were in the champ. No, yeah, Palace were in the champ.
They're in the Championship.
Yeah. So he's even worse, little scumbag. No, I'm joking. Love you, Glenn. But it wasn't Prem. Which is a bit more like you could justify a bit more, I think, if it was, if he made that step up. But because it was like to your rivals in the same league, I was a bit like,
Yeah, he's got an asterisk next to his name,
enough though. But then, what do I know? Who knows?
Yeah. No, I've heard that. I have heard that.
But I have got Glenn Murray down. He's my central striker role. I have got Glenn Muzzer for obvious reasons. Brighton top goal scorer. I mean, without saying anything, he won us promotion to the Prem. Got us into League One, from League One to Championship. I mean, there's no more to say really. Big Glenn up front. Everyone happy?
Glenn's mine too. Yeah.
Then honourable mention then Bobby Zamora. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
so
I mean, I had him down. I had Bobby Z. It was between Bobby Z and Glenn Murray for that central striker role. Like, it was so hard to pick between the two.
Obviously, you two picked Murray over Zamora. I had Zamora and Murray. Why does Murray edge it over Zamora for you two?
Well, I think.
Okay,
go on, Ryan. You go first, Ryan. Go on, you go first, Ryan.
I'm saying Murray over Zamora just because when Zamora came back, I don't know the ages of them when they came back though, so it could be a bit out here. But when Bobby came back, he did all right. But when Murray come back, he hit 23 goals, I think, in the Championship, single-handedly in some games. You know, those goals he scored, we can't score now. So, he was a proper centre forward, and I don't think, although Bobby was, quality, particularly in his first reign, I wouldn't have said in the second season there was a reason we didn't go up, and it's because we bottled it. And I think Murray was the one that changed that. Him and Knockaert in that promotion season, undoubtedly. And then he came up to the Premier League as well. I mean, Zamora hasn't done that since his second time. He didn't come up with us and perform at that top level. I think Murray's got like 30 plus goals in the Premier League for us, which is just insane at his age. Bear in mind, he was like 34, 35. So, for that reason.
For those listening, obviously Zamora, obviously Brian's not saying that Zamora wasn't in the Premier League because we all know he went in the Premier League, done well. But we're talking about strictly
for us.
Brighton.
For Brighton. But I mean, just to echo what Ryan says again, I don't want to repeat what he said, but for all the reasons Ryan's mentioned, and also as well, for me is the fact that he actually, Murray was integral in like a lot of our big moments in our history. So, going from League One to Championship and then from Championship to Premier League, he was part of that. He was part of all of that. Whereas Bobby Z wasn't. And don't get me wrong, Bobby Zamora is, arguably for me, it's between them two for like the best ever Brighton striker. But I think just for me, that's what edges Murray, is the fact he was involved in such big moments for us. I think that's what edges it for me. But everyone happy with that? Oh, we got one more.
Yep.
I've got one more. One more position to do. So we've got Murray up front.
This is a left wing or another winger, basically.
Another winger. Okay, so Ryan, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I've already said my left winger is Orlandi.
Orlandi. Sorry.
Mine's Orlandi. So I've pitched 3 times now. So Andrea.
Centre mid.
If you didn't know, Ryan suggested Orlandi. Ben.
I'd quite like Orlandi in this side. I feel like after all this, he should just give him the left wing position.
Right, Ben, for the final position.
So for my final one, I love a bit of history. Not at school. I mean, actually, to be fair, I did like history at school, but I just like the sentiment around this bloke. And you can't forget what happened in the past, whether you were present when it was happening or not. There's a reason why people are called legends, and Peter Ward is a Brighton Hove Albion legend. And I feel like, despite not seeing him or knowing much about him, just the stories that you've heard about him, the way the older fan base talk about him. Even when we talk about comparing him to Knockaert, Vicente, everyone's just like Peter Ward. And that's the reason why he's got a song, number 1 Peter Ward, number 2 Peter Ward, because he is Peter Ward. So, Peter Ward.
He shot, he scored.
Yeah. I feel like Ben's got like a 60-year-old man in his boy.
Yeah, I do back that, to be fair. I'd happily vouch Peter Ward because the stories I've heard off my dad and stuff, and whoever you speak to in that era, always tell you Peter Ward was the man. He was the boy.
Oh, no,
he
was
the one that every Brighton fan enjoyed watching. So I'm happy to sacrifice Andrea Orlandi for Peter Ward, who's arguably one of the best players. Apparently, not that I got to see him, but in our history, but I'd happily vouch Peter Ward.
Yes, that's kind of what I was saying. Like, people that have seen been alive since Peter Ward up to the present day still say Peter Ward, like regardless of us being in the Premier League and who we've signed since. So I think it says a lot about him.
Okay, all right. I mean, I'm just gonna throw this out there, and this is my personal choice. No, it's not Orlandi.
I quite like Orlandi actually. I quite like Orlandi.
I should have said Orlandi just for comedic effect. But no, I am gonna go with Elliot Bennett. Now, I'm sure we all remember Elliot Bennett. He was the boy at right wing for me anyway. Like again, he was similar to sort of Knockout. When I used to watch him play, like he just used to make me like excited to watch him. Like he was very, had good pace, really good delivery on him. And again, I'm going to pull out another stat. He also, got 33 assists in 107 games. So again, one in three games, he's getting an assist. So I mean,
he didn't do it on his comeback though, did he? When he came back?
No, he was a bit poor on his comeback. And also as well, one thing with him as well, another thing was like he did he was when he played, he was like really exciting to watch and stuff. But then sometimes he did go missing a little bit, so that was my only sort of negative with him. But he was for me a really really good right winger, and he was integral for our League One promotion as well up to the champ. Again, I'm going sort of based on history a little bit, nostalgia, but I think he's a very valid sort of entry into that right wing role. So we've got Orlandi, Bennett, and Ward. So boys. Ward.
Giving it
We're going Ward.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
I know we haven't seen him and it goes against it, but we went with Foster earlier, so.
Didn't go.
Just for what it's worth, I've never watched Peter Ward, and I can't fully say like, he was incredible. Blah, blah. I've not even watched highlights of him, so I'm not going to lie.
From what everyone says.
But from what we've had. All right, I'm gonna let you guys win that one. I will compromise on that one. And there you go. Right. So just to read out then, boys, to complete. Oh, we'll do a manager in a second, but just to complete the lineup. So we've got Michel Kuipers in goal.
Yes, go.
Yeah, Michel Kuipers in goal. Bruno at right back. Duncan Greer at centre half. Bridge at left back. And then Brigcutt, Pascal Grote, Vicente in a midfield three. And then Knockout, Peter Ward, and Glenn Murray as our front three. I think that's pretty decent.
Tasty team.
Very tasty team.
Pretty good. All in their primes, mate. We'll be winning.
All in their primes.
Yeah,
we'll be winning the
Champions League. Right then, boys. Now on to the tasty bit, tasty segment. So our best ever manager. All right.
Gaffer.
So Ben, if you want to kick us off, mate, give your best ever gaffer for Brighton Hove Albion.
I mean, I'll just say if we wouldn't be talking about Brighton being in the Premier League right now in this podcast without this bloke on this planet, and that is Gustavo Poyet. He. Obviously, with help from Tony
all of
Bloom.
us nodding, yes.
I think we all know where this is going. Go on, Ben.
With help from Tony Bloom, obviously that was a partnership. Like he took us over in League One, the new era. Poyet took the reins and took us almost to the Premier League. But he transformed the from a shoddy League One team, saving us from relegation, to near promotion to the Premier League. Like,
beautiful
outstanding
football.
Work.
Yeah,
outstanding work from Gustavo Poyet. So he gets my vote. Who did you guys? Ryan or Andrea Orlandi? He's not a manager.
Oh, mate. He will be soon. Oh, mate, I tell you what, Poyet though.
Yeah,
he is. He's just, as you say, it completely speaks for itself, and it is such a shame. And I'll always say it's such a shame as to how it ended, as to how he had to take a poo in the changing rooms. But it is such a shame it had to end like that. But yes, Poyet is probably the reason. Well, he's definitely the reason we are where we are, and the ability to say what we're saying right now. Yeah. But the one I gave it to was Chris Hughton. I gave it to Chris Hughton, and it's only because, and it's literally just because, he didn't leave on bad terms, and everyone in world football who's ever been with Chris Hughton loves him. Absolutely everyone loves Chris Hughton, and no one ever has a bad word to say about him, apart from Norwich fans. So I think it's safe to say that Chris Hughton is, less as we talked about Poyet transforming the club, and he completely did that, and I completely agree.
Mm-hmm. He done what Poyet couldn't do.
He's given me some of my best memories, but then we hit our ceiling, didn't we, Gus? We hit our ceiling. No, we didn't, because Chris Hughton smashed through that ceiling. So that's why I've given it Chris. We were right at the bottom of the Championship, let's remember. We're going down, and he came in. Well, Nathan Jones actually helped out, but then we came in. He came in even, transformed us completely from the bottom of the champ. We literally finished 21st that season. This is all off the top of my head, so I might be wrong, but we finished 21st in that season. Yeah. The following season we finished 3rd, and then the season after that we finished 2nd. So that in itself just explains as to how good a manager Chris was, and what a man he was. Yeah, fantastic individual as well. So yeah,
I know you haven't said it yet, Mads, who you've gone for, but
yeah,
my thing for Poirier is, well, I know we can't say for certain, but my question would be, could Chris Hughton have taken that League One Brighton team to the Championship like Poirier did? Like, could he have transformed the club there? Because I don't feel like, I don't know. I think Poirier's like style of play completely outdone everyone in League One, and I'm trying to think whether Chris Hughton could have done the same. Obviously, Chris Hughton maybe overachieved Poirier by getting us to the Premier League, but my question is, could Chris have got us from League One to the Championship like Poirier did?
I don't know. I mean, he's got a great record of promotion, so probably, maybe, yes. I don't know.
But like bringing in those players, would he have brought in that Latin America?
I don't think he would have actually. No. But can I just throw in my name in there into the hat? Yeah. For the best ever Brighton manager, I am Team Ben. Unfortunately, Brian. Poirier all the way.
No,
for me.
mate.
He was just.
It's not a no. I'm unwilling to take, mate.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Just simply because, like, again, don't want to echo what Ben said, but for me, just the way he transformed, so for me, the brand of football we play now under Potter is very similar, in my opinion, to what we played under, like, with Gustavo Poirier, just because the way, like, we were so attacking, it was great to watch, it was exciting. Whereas I just feel like Hughton, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, like, for me, Hughton was a very close second. I was sort of umming and ahhing between the two, but I just feel like sometimes with Hughton, like, I used to watch those performances, I just felt a bit down by how we sort of approach certain games, and sometimes a bit negative for me, and that's what sort of tarnished my memory of him. Of course.
The Championship, we ripped teams apart, left, right, and centre. I think we had our highest ever goal scoring year. Yeah. I think it was 2016. We hit like 100 odd goals in that year. So, like, that in itself is crazy.
Yeah. Potter's in the Premier League doing attacking football regardless who you play. So as Chris obviously took.
Credit.
So
and also as well, what I would say is, I personally think if Poirier had stayed and not had a shit in the changing rooms, he definitely would have taken us up. I think, allegedly. Yeah. If the lawyers are listening, definitely, I mean, if his lawyers are listening, well, allegedly. But no, I genuinely believe that if he had stayed on, he would have promoted us within a season. Within a season or two. I think with the squad he created, and he basically set it all up for us. I personally think. I know we went through a bit of a dip from when he went and from Hughton, but I think he set it up quite nicely, and I just feel like he would have done it regardless, but we will never know, obviously. But are we happy to put Poirier in? Are we agreeing with that?
Yeah.
Give Gus his chance again.
I think what we need to say is as well, like I'll say it, is the club need to stop trying to erase him from history. We need to stop trying to pretend he didn't exist. I mean, it's like the club just want to forget it happened and forget Poirier happened because of what happened in the end. And the only reason why I've not gone with him is because, as I say, he's left on such bad terms, and it's so hard to just forget that happened. You know,
the club are trying to do it to you, Ryan. That's what they're trying to do to you, mate. They're trying to make you forget.
Yeah.
They're trying to doing a young Philly blocking him.
Yeah, no, they're doing it. Men in Black when he does the little button.
There's that.
There's that.
But they do need to stop, trying to completely forget it, because of course, what a man he was, and what a team we had at the time, and I don't know how he didn't get us promoted with the team we had, particularly in that 2013 season, I think it was. How we didn't get promoted that year is beyond me. Yeah. So,
but Ryan, when you become Brighton Hove Albion admin, just post loads of Poirier content for us.
Yeah,
Go to
get the old 2013 content out and just keep.
If they haven't deleted it from their database, which they probably have, to be fair, because there must have been a club inquest there where all the Bulbalites don't talk about him, don't post about him. Bring him back out.
You know, on Twitter when you can have banned words. You can have banned words on Twitter. They definitely got Gus Poirier banned. They just blocked it on Twitter, so they just 100%. Can't see anything. But right, okay, cool. There you go. That is our best or ultimate 11, our Seagulls Social ultimate 11. And again, as we disclaimed earlier, don't take it too seriously. It's just our opinions.
Let us know your teams, though, the comments.
If you don't agree, let us know about it. Yeah, let us know.
Go back at it, if you're commenting right now, maybe pause. So one keeper, right back, two centre backs, left back, three midfielders. Doesn't have to be CDMs and attacking measures. Three midfielders, and then if you want to do it the same as us, do a left wing, right wing, and a striker.
Okay.
So
cool.
Good luck.
All right. Okay. So we have to have a little loo break, but we're back, and we are now going to go through.
Love it.
We're now going to go through our worst 11. Now this one we're trying to be a bit more succinct with this one. Try and go through it because I don't know why. I don't know about you boys, but I actually struggled to come up with this sounds weird because we've had a lot of
for a shit team that we have been for a long time. It was hard to pick out the really shittest player.
Yeah, I actually struggled. I actually struggled with this. From the attackers was really easy, but then from down towards defenders and goalkeeper, I actually struggled. But yeah, let's get into it then, boys.
I think it's because when those players were playing for us, we were just really quick to forget them because we were like, let's just forget they ever played for our club. Most of them.
Let's get rid of them. Right, so let's quickly go through this. I'll kick us off. Goalkeeper. Now this one, I'll be honest with you boys. I did a bit of research on this because I was struggling. So I did a bit of research, and I think this warrants definitely the place. Now the geezers,
we've had a lot of stinker goalkeepers, haven't we? We've had a lot of stinkers in our time.
So I don't know if you boys remember this guy. He's called Graham Smith. And he played in the 2009 season, 2009-2010. And he made 9 appearances. Now listen to this, boys, all right? So he made his debut.
If I said I remember who this guy is, I can't lie.
I'll be honest with you. This is just through research, but listen to this, right? So he came on because Kuipers got sent off. He then lost. We lost 7-1 against Huddersfield. He then conceded 4 against Stockport, and then he had 2 other games where it was 4-4 and 4-1. So he conceded 27 times in 9 games.
Oh my god, that's mad!
I think that's one.
Tops anything else. I
think that's
so bad.
For me, that's
Graham Smith. Graham Smith. Yeah.
Sorry, I think I'd have done better than that. I'm not even lying.
I couldn't get.
The Wisden era, I feel from what I remember from it, we had so many keepers coming in and out. Before we had Kasper Ankergren and Peter Brezovan. Before then, it was just constantly chopping and changing. Every 6 months, there'll be a new keeper because the other one was horrific. To name a few names, we had this guy called Poke, who was horrific.
Michael Poke. I remember.
Yeah, I remember
Was it Michael?
John Sullivan.
Michael Poke,
John Sullivan, he was a keeper.
Oh,
He was bad.
Yeah.
I was about to say he weren't too bad. He was bad. But for
He
me,
was terrible. No, I'm joking.
For me, it was this guy we got. I don't know if we got him on a loan from City, but I think it was David Gonzalez, for a month.
That's who I've got as well.
I just remember being absolutely atrocious. Yeah, and then literally a couple of seasons after leaving us, he signed for Medellin, which is the Cali cartel.
He signed for Medellin? No way.
Yeah, because he's Colombian. Yeah, he signed for Medellin. So
that's unbelievable. Right, I'm happy to concede Graham Smith, to be honest with you. But Graham Smith, I'm happy to concede him. But I mean,
I would happily switch allegiance for your stats of that bloke. Because
that is brilliant. I mean, to concede 27 times in 9 appearances, and then making your debut after Kuipers got sent off is brilliant as well. And then to lose 7-1. And I've read as well. Apparently, he made a really good save to not make it 8-1.
That's all right then. All is redeemed.
All is forgiven.
But yeah, that was just. I'll be honest. I've never seen this guy play. I literally was just through research because I was struggling to think of a good goalkeeper, or a bad goalkeeper. Sorry. And yeah, I came across.
I
had
David Gonzalez too. To be fair, was he 2012, 2011, 12 sort of time?
Yeah.
Because I there was just off the top of my head because it's a weird one, right? And I remember on FIFA 12. And I used him as my number 1 goalie every time, even though he'd never really played for us, just because he had a better rating than Ankergren or Brezovan, so I put him in there.
Brezovan was
in real life, he was
was
genuinely worse. Yeah, exactly. The struggles of supporting a
we had some horrific stats back in those days. Jesus Christ!
We had some ratings on
mad.
We had some.
Okay,
I'm happy to give you Smith.
Smith.
Okay,
Smith.
All right, Graham Smith. Graham Smith.
Shout out Graham Smith.
Yeah, but if you ever listen to this,
carpenter or something.
God. He's not good with his hands, Ryan. I'm sure he's probably not.
That's the last profession he got. Yeah, that's the last profession he's going into. I think.
He became an outfielder after that one. That's the
Right. So next one, Ben, you kick us off. Right back.
Right back. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a bit. This was the last position I filled in because it was
same. I was struggling. I think we've had really good right backs.
I actually got this one quite easily, to be honest.
All right, Ryan, you kick us off. You go.
All right. Well, this might be controversial then because I know he had a little fan club when he was here, and I never understood it because I personally thought he was absolutely useless. He couldn't even control the ball. So how he got the back in was beyond me. But Ezekiel Scalotto, what a waste of time!
Ooh.
Like he was rubbish. I'm sorry. Like if you honestly think he was good, he was terrible. He was really bad. And I don't care if he's listening to this because he was rubbish.
I'm so torn. I am so torn
No,
in
he
this
was
one, Ryan.
rubbish.
I am torn because there's some days I was actually with you. I was like, he is awful, like the worst player ever. But then he'd have like some.
But
really
I was
good
laughing when I watched him play. I was laughing, like fully laughing.
It's a tough one.
Because he looked like such an unnatural player, didn't he? Like the way he like ran, and it was weird because like I remember he used to play for Sassuolo or something like that, and on FIFA like you'd get his Ultimate Team card, and he had like unreal pace. And I think he's like right mid, then he played right back, and you're like, oh, he looks like a player. Got him, absolutely donkey. Sorry,
the more I think about it, he was a bit
He was a
shit,
donkey.
wasn't he? Right, he was shit.
Was
all right, Ben.
But for me, it was like this guy, and then again, this kind of goes against some of my feelings to how I thought about the Ultimate Albion 11. But this is from when I saw him, and I know he's a bit of a club legend, but from when I saw him, he was always like, "Why are you playing? You're useless." And that's Wing. Is it Andrew Wing? Andy Wing?
No way, I've got Andrew Wing as well.
Yeah, so like, I
weird.
know. Yeah, people used to love him, and he was good. And then I think he just played too long, and
That's the thing,
he was
I
always a
literally-
player like on the team sheet, get him off.
Yeah,
Basically.
mate, I've literally got written down here Andrew Wing, but he wasn't even that bad, lol. That's literally
Yeah.
what I've written down. So
He was like the scapegoat in the Withdean days.
yeah. I'm happy to go Ryan. I'm happy to go Ryan Shalotto. I'm going to switch to Ryan's right back.
Simply because Andy Wing had that
Yeah.
decent status at the club, and then petered off in his older years.
Decent never even come into my mind when I saw Scalotto play. To be honest, he was rubbish.
Yeah.
Right, Shalotto.
You win. Yeah,
Shalotto,
Ryan, you win that.
right back. Yeah, you can have that one, Ryan. I'll happily do that one.
Cool.
And then centre halves.
centre-backs.
Then do
give us your two
centre-backs.
centre-backs.
So Ben, you kick us off if you got to.
Okay, yeah. All right, so simply because of an own goal, this man wants to score. I think Colin Hawkins. Is that right?
Yes, I've got him as
I
well.
don't know who that is. Do I
He was
yeah, I know who that
awful. Ryan, you don't want to know who this guy is. He was awful, man. He was.
If I remember to
shocking.
put this, in the podcast, I'll put the clip of his own goal over the top of this just quickly. It's horrific.
God.
Basically, like the ball comes in, I think it's get a Hartlepool, and he literally just belts it, like heads it, bullet straight in like to the left hand side of the goal, and you're thinking, "Cool, what a goal!" But it was
Wrong
our
end.
defender.
He was awful. He was
So Hawkins,
fair.
but a shortlist guy, Adam Hinshelwood, also scored an outstanding own goal as well, and I'll play that on top of it. Hopefully,
was that when was that with the
Pass
when he done the
back.
pass back? Yeah.
just drilled it bottom corner.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah, nice,
Fair
lovely.
play.
So yeah, but no, Colin Hawkins, because I remember Hinshelwood more for performing a bit better. So yeah, Colin Hawkins gets my first one, and then the left centre back, Aaron Hughes, like the 40-year-old man that should have retired.
Aaron
about.
Hughes.
Yeah, he should have retired 10
ex-Fulham.
years earlier, mate. Sorry.
He was
for
he
me.
played for us in the champ, didn't he? I remember
in the
the
champ.
orange top, orange away kit. I remember him in that.
It was
for
like
some reason. I don't know why.
2014, I want to say.
Yeah,
it was the
something-
hippier era.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sums it up.
Yeah, sums it all
Yeah,
up. All right,
there you
so Aaron Hughes and Colin Hawkins. Ryan.
So I've got Halford. This is a very hit and miss one because Greg Halford, obviously, he was good, but he was rubbish. You know, he was one of those,
Yeah,
and I think
yeah.
he played just about everywhere. And I had a bit of tainted glasses on him at the time because I quite liked him. But then I realised actually he's just a complete donkey. And then same can be said. I've got Aaron Hughes as well as my other one.
Yeah.
So two donkeys to be honest.
Yeah. All right. So I think this works quite nicely. So should we go with Colin Hawkins and Aaron Hughes? I think that's a nice.
Who was your other centre back though, Maz?
Yeah.
Who
was yours?
Again, okay. So don't take this seriously, but I had Dan Burn down just because I couldn't think of anyone else. He's not. I know he's not the worst. He's not.
That's who my mum said.
Yeah,
when I
he's
said
definitely not
what I
worse.
was
He's
doing.
definitely not worse.
No, he's definitely not the worst. I just put that down because I couldn't think of anyone else. So don't take that seriously. But that was my other option.
To be fair,
but
right,
it was-
we've
it
actually
wasn't
been
serious.
blessed with centre halves in my time, anyway. I mean, I didn't really live through much of the Withdean because I saw the back end of it. But through this my era of watching footy, we've seen Dunk, Greer, Upson.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen some classy centre halves.
But
so there's not
even
really many I can
even the
really say.
with Dean, like Danny Cullip, like he was unbelievable.
Exactly.
We've had some,
So-
we've actually had some really good centre halves.
And looking to the future as well, we
Gordon
look
Greer
pretty
as well,
sorted
so.
for centre backs as well.
Oh
So.
mate, 100%.
Yeah,
It's looking
Ben
good.
White, Adam
so,
Webster.
right.
So yeah, we're pretty
Hawkins.
stacked.
Okay, so left back. I'll kick us off with left back then. So this one I think is going to be a bit controversial. So I had two, and I'll say who I went with in the end. It was Gaetan Bong. And for the same reason as Ryan says, whenever I used to watch him play, mate, he's a donkey. He was awful. Every time I watched him at the Amex, I was like, you are shit. You're actually awful. You can't play football. So Gaetan Bong, the worst left back. Yes, facts.
No chance.
And then honourable mention to Adam Chickson as well, because he was awful.
I put down Adam Chickson.
So bad.
Simply because like the hype, I was like, oh my god, young English talent. Here we go. He's going to be an absolute baller. When did he ever properly have?
I think he played 6 times. He was awful.
Yeah, useless man. I mean, he was on our books for ages. Just move, mate. You're not getting in this team, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I mean, he did have Wayne Bridge ahead of him like one season, and we were always pretty decent with the left backs. Like Marcus Painter was the first. With our first few years in the Championship, at least he was our centre back. Well, maybe like left backs were in like the first 2 seasons or so. He had to get past him, but I just think he was a flop. So Adam Chickson for me, left back. What about you?
Adam Chickson and Ryan?
I forgot about Chickson, so now you've mentioned him, I want to go with him. But I said Joe Bennett. I know he went on to do well with Cardiff,
liked him.
But during his time, I wasn't a fan. But now I look back on it, mate. Adam Chickson, what a waste of time he was. He was rubbish.
Yeah.
I'm not with you on the Gaetan Bong slander, mate. Because do you not remember back in the day that he was our best player? He was our best player back in the day.
No,
so,
Ryan,
I'm not ever having Gaetan Bong being slandered.
Gaetan Bong.
He was.
He was so bad.
No, I'm not having it.
Even in the Prem,
I'm never having it.
I think he played. How many times he played? A few times in the Prem, didn't he? As well, and he was just shocking.
Yeah, he wasn't very good in the Premier League. It was a Championship.
I think he definitely had. He had nudes, 100%. But all right, cool. I'll concede Chickson for Bong. There we go.
Moving forward, so basically, obviously, we're gonna have the same problem that I done last time. So I didn't do a right wing, left wing, for example, and I didn't do cam. I just done 3 midfielders, not necessarily about tactics. So I'll kick us off with the first.
They need tactics with these. They didn't even understand tactics at the time.
Yeah.
To be fair, with this one, that's fine. I think. That's
okay,
cool.
so
what are we
first
doing
one
first? Within midfield or within strike?
Yeah. No, midfield. Yeah. So my first one, bit of a banter one. I think he came to us on loan, sat in his Lamborghini for 10 seconds. That was great memories, but on the pitch it was horrific.
I know you're going to say
Robbie Savage. I think he was just he was at the end of his career, wasn't he?
Robbie
Savage. He was at the end of his career. Bit of a banter signing.
He was.
Yeah, I was just thinking, Robbie Savage.
Robbie Savage.
And also he's like a villain, isn't he, on the TV? Apparently he's a really lovely bloke annoying. Off screen, but on screen he's annoying.
All right,
so Robbie Savage gets my vote.
So I've gone with, I don't know if you remember this name actually, Gary Gardner. He was just useless.
Yeah, he was.
I'm sorry.
He was a bit.
I'm not having it. Did you? His brother Craig, wasn't it? There was 2 brothers, Craig and Gary. Yeah. Gary was just
Aston
useless.
Villa.
Craig was all right. Yeah. So we got the worse off brother, and he was just pretty rubbish.
The only thing Gary Gardner had in his locker, I think, was long shots. That was the only reason
long ranger.
Yeah, he could do a few of them. But he was pretty rubbish, mate, to be honest. I can't really say a good word about him, to be honest.
Yeah. All right, and then finally, do you know what? I reckon we should say all 3 midfielders. I reckon because I've got 3 awful. And then we can. Okay. Should we do that? So shall I just say my 3, and then Ben, you say your next 2, and then Ryan, you say your next 2. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. Okay. So my 3 were Kemi Augustine, because again, big hype, was meant to come and tear shit up for us, and he was
gave him the number 10 shirt, by the way.
Yeah,
number 10.
He got a number 10. I remember him from Swansea.
He was terrible.
Yeah, Swansea.
Yeah. And he's meant to be really good.
He didn't bother.
Yeah. He was so lazy.
Waste of space.
Yeah, awful. Yeah. So Kemi Augustine is number 1. And then Izzy Brown. Now this one's a bit harsh, I feel, because Izzy Brown, he was injured a lot, and I do admit he was injured a lot, and he was hampered by that a lot. But when he played for us, he just didn't do anything. He wasn't shit. He just didn't do anything. He came to pitch, and he just sort of looked like he was what's going on? Where am I?
He didn't feel like a Brighton player for some reason. He just didn't feel like he was part of the team. It was quite it was a bit of a weird one.
He was only there. He wasn't even here for long, was he? He was barely.
Because he had such a decent season. It was the Huddersfield season when they got promoted with us. He was class for them. And then for some reason they didn't re-sign him, so we picked him up for our first season. Got injured of course, but
he was awful.
Didn't.
But that's
his
a harsh
career
one.
has just gone like this since, hasn't it?
Yeah.
He still follows me on Twitter though, so shout Izzy Brown.
Sorry.
Yeah, love you, Izzy. Love you. Yeah. And then my final one is again. This is a bit harsh because he didn't really play much, but Richie Towell. I don't know if you boys remember him.
Yeah, he was in my shortlist.
Yeah, Richie Towell.
Which is a shame.
Throw the towel in.
Again, Again, a bit of hype. I remember, like, he had a bit of hype around him. Like, young, up and coming kind of player.
Like 25 goals, didn't he? In the Irish.
Something like that. And then we were like, oh yeah, we're gonna get Richie Towell. He's unbelievable. And then again, he just never played. And if he did,
I think he was all about just like getting some Irish fans for like our Instagram. Or something like that.
Maybe.
Not even joking. I feel like we signed him just to
similar to Ali J and Percy Towell. Yeah. Just the marketing
towels on there.
The key part of that being he was in the Irish league. Yeah, that's probably where we need to stop looking.
When he got to midfield, because
that's where the red flag was, Ryan. That's where the red flag was.
The red flag, the Irish league. Okay.
Right, so
they're my three. So Ben, you give your other two.
I had Kemi Augustine as well. Big flop.
Same.
I'm all about my kit numbers. Don't give him number 10, mate. What are you doing? I mean, fair enough. They probably thought he was going to be good as well because that's the reason they signed him. But yeah, useless. And then another one that I was hyped about when we signed him, but flopped as well. And Zuzi Toko. Do we remember him?
Oh yeah, Zuzi Toko. Mate, he didn't even make an appearance, did he? He literally never played. I don't think so.
He did. I thought he made. Yeah, I don't know. Well, either way, maybe he shouldn't be in the team if he didn't make an appearance. I thought he did for some reason.
Pretty sure he didn't.
Oh, we should know. Let me quickly Google it. But Ryan, you say your other one because I think you had Kemi as well, right?
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, I had Kemi as well. But to be fair, I actually quite liked him as well. Like at the time, I remember he was very classy. He had a few classy touches. His first touch was good, but then he just let himself down because he was just a lump.
Zero work rate.
Really bother. Yeah, like I think if he actually had a work rate, he would have been alright. But yeah, he just didn't have it in him. And I went with, I don't know if you remember these people because they literally, I don't even remember them really playing, but Mustafa Carriol or was it Ledesma as well? They literally, what a waste of time. Like, seriously, waste of time and money. Absolute garbage. Seriously, what was the point in signing them? They literally didn't do anything.
I'll tell you some other random ones.
I'll go against you just quickly on the Carriol thing. I actually thought he was I thought he was half decent. He wasn't awful.
Half decent.
I can see why you mentioned him, but in my opinion,
half rubbish.
I don't think.
Some mentions, honourable mentions though. And yes, you're right, Ryan. He didn't even play, so Toko's out of the picture. Unfortunately,
I didn't think so.
I say Abdul Razak had one good game where you thought, oh my god, we got
Abdul Razak. He was like,
turned out he wasn't.
Man City,
and then his Man City brother, Guy Ashilin as well, the Israeli. He looked a bit better than Razak, I think.
Guy Ashilin. I remember he was like an FM FM legend.
Yeah, FM. Yeah, we were like, oh my god.
He was centre forward, wasn't he?
Yeah, Israeli.
Those were some honourable mentions.
All right, so
and Rowan Ince. Rowan Ince. I feel like
I'm not having Rowan Ince, mate. He was class.
Rowan Ince was good. He was good. He was good. Yeah, for like a season. Yeah,
I'm having Ince.
I'm not having Rowan Ince.
For that. Okay.
He was our player of the season. I swear. I used to love him.
He might have been. Yeah, he might have been.
So he got player of the season.
He was actually half decent. Right,
so we've got Kemi Augustine.
Yeah, he's definitely in.
We can agree on that.
Gary Gardner. I said.
Gary Gardner.
Izzy Brown, Richie Towell.
I'll stick with Izzy Brown. I reckon I'll take you, Izzy Brown. He can fill another slot.
Yeah, or I said Carriol or Ledesma.
I had Robbie Savage as well for the other one.
Yeah. To be honest, you can just take your pick with them. They're all just as bad as each other.
Yeah, they're all just awful.
So Izzy Brown, Kemi.
Yeah, and then final one. Let's just chuck one in there.
Should we do Robbie Savage for banter?
Yeah, fuck it, why not? We can tag him. We can tag him on. We can tag him on Insta and Twitter.
We'll get Jules Breach to tag him as well.
Yeah. Do it for the views.
Oh yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. Right. Let's do our final three. Top.
Can I do my front three?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
do it all at once. Do it all at once.
Yeah, do all three. Go.
All right. Just because this front three, mate, is lethal. It woke up feeling dangerous here. So we've got pure goals, right? Pure goals. Here we go. Left wing, Elvis Manu. Centre forward, Leon Best. And right wing, Chuba Akpom. Yes. That's the front three of dreams.
That's
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
Is it really?
Oh,
mad.
I got 2 or 3. I got Elvis Manu, Leon Best, that's a striker, and I had Jurgen Locadia, but which is a bit harsh to be fair.
Yeah, no,
because
he was rubbish though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was rubbish though. Yeah. But now you've said your 3, Ryan. I'm happy to go. Yeah, Chuba Akpom, he was awful.
Because we're saying worst, right? But the reason why I had
Liccardi actually
Liccardi
scored
up
a couple
until
of goals,
very late.
to be fair.
Liccardi has scored in the Prem. The reason why I put Liccardi in the first place is because 15 million, and that's what we got.
Yeah.
And also,
he scored two against Swansea, didn't he, in that game? And then he didn't do anything after that. Was it against
At least Liccardi, to be fair to him, at least he actually scored these goals. Best didn't score.
Yeah.
Manu scored like a couple in like...
I got a stat for you. No, Manu scored 0 in 10 in the Championship.
Really?
In the Championship, 0 in 10.
Yeah, I think he scored in the Cup a couple of times.
Yeah, he scored in the Cup. Yeah, he scored in the Cup competitions. Yeah.
And Akpom couldn't hit a ball with a banjo.
I don't know.
But yeah, Akpom.
Akpom was just useless.
I'm more than happy to go with those three.
Got promoted with us though, didn't he? Him and Tamori are those loanees.
Akpom, Manu, and Best. Yeah, Leon Best as well. Let's just talk about
multiple. What was it? What was I going to say? Memorable.
Oh god, he's having a meltdown. Ryan's having a meltdown.
My brain's just gone, mate. Absolutely gone. I was going to say
1 hour and 20
minutes. What's gone on? I don't even know. Do you know what? Ignore me. Just pretend I don't exist.
All right.
Leon Best is Leon Worst. That's the title of this book.
Oh mate, yeah, he was trash.
Right. So just to sum up, then, boys, our worst Albion 11, our Seagulls Social worst Albion 11 is Graham Smith in goal, because big up Graham Smith. Right back Shalotto, Hughes and Hawkins at centre half, Chickson left back, and then a midfield three of Kemi Augustine, Izzy Brown, Robbie Savage, and then a front three. And like Ryan said, they woke up feeling dangerous. Akpom, Manu, and Best. What a front three, boys!
Bro.
What a lineup!
That is a team of dreams.
I love that.
Imagine those two teams we've just done playing each other.
Oh mate, it'll be a bloodbath.
Imagine it. The score line. Oh my god.
I've got an honourable mention. I've got 3 honourable mentions for the forward role. Got Stephen Dobby, flop.
Oh yeah, Stephen Dobby.
Stephen Floppy.
Bad.
Dobby, what was it? Yeah.
James Wilson.
Yeah, James Wilson.
He's good.
That's
Swithin era, right? We had that's the highlight of his career at Brighton. But no, sorry, the Withdean era. We signed this guy called Chris Holroyd. And he was a young attacker, and I thought he was going to be an absolute baller.
Awful.
Couldn't hit a ball with a banjo either.
Yeah, Chris Holroyd.
And also Billy Painter.
Billy, I was literally just about to say Billy Painter, mate.
Really? Billy Painter. Barn door Billy.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Good
boys.
for every other club before us, and then he, absolutely stinking for us.
He's at Leeds, wasn't he?
There you go.
Billy Painter.
Yeah.
I think he was like unbelievable at Scunthorpe, wasn't he? He was like a prolific at Scunthorpe with Madison. Was it not Madison? The other guy, I can't remember. Anyway, right. Let's finally finish off with the worst manager. So I'll kick us off. For me, there's just one choice, just because he stands like fond in my memory. And to be fair, the other ones like Mickey Adams, McGee weren't that bad. I'm going to go with Sammy Hoopier for obvious reasons. Nearly got us relegated. Just didn't
destroyed everything Gus did.
Yeah, basically, fucked us all, and
I also do feel like he picked up a poison chalice. I think that's the saying, isn't it? I feel like he picked us up. I don't agree with that Gus saying that we reached our ceiling at all. Obviously, then we had Oscar Garcia afterwards. I feel like it did kind of peter off a bit, maybe. And then he actually brought in like Teixeira, wasn't it? I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's a tough
Teixeira,
one. Is for that season is like grey in my mind. I think I've just mentally blocked it out. So, but all I know is an absolute stinkers.
Unfortunately, it was the only. So I only got to do one season at the Amex in terms of covering it. I think it was for Latest TV, and it was that season. Sammy Hoopier. I was like, out of all the seasons I could cover, it was that season. And so
mate, there's Mads thinking that his first season at Brighton he's going to be doing the Premier League. Premier League promotion covering it.
And I was sat there fucking watching Sammy Hoopier's at Brighton.
I remember it was the first season that I was like proper on socials a bit, and like I was tweeting all the time. So I don't have my old account active anymore because it was like 2013. But if I got that account up, it would just be everything about Hippier. So I can just imagine.
Just type in Hippier as a key term.
Yeah. Do you remember planners in school? I don't know if you had them. So like you had planners and they just had like your homework and you'd write your homework.
Yeah.
And you'd have the bit where your teacher would sign it at the end of every week and you'd have to do it.
I love how you asked us, do you have them, as if we were back in the 1960s.
No, but I didn't know if
we carved in stone, Ryan. We were carving it in stone, mate.
Mate, they probably do it on iPads now anyway. But no, the point was, I literally wrote Hippier out on every single page. on all of them where the signature thing should be.
Mental
I don't know why. I
breakdown
just
during
seem to
school.
remember. Yeah, I just remember doing that. But yeah, Sammy Hippier
Just handed them to all the
destroyed
students.
the club.
Just gave one piece of paper to every student.
Hippier out.
Go
Hippier
hand these out, lads.
It's a
Bin the
shame.
fin.
I feel bad for Hippier because like he was trying to do something different. You know, he had a good philosophy, but just not the players. A lot of the players, that's what they've said after. They said they just couldn't really understand it because the players that he had were not good enough to be able to do it. So.
Yeah, I think that's what Casper
shame,
said, didn't he?
Sammy
When we had Casper on the podcast, he said, didn't he? He said that people just didn't really understand his tactics, did he? And like, apparently, didn't he say? I'm pretty sure he said he was like sort of ahead of his time.
He said it's literally Klopp stuff.
But then
so
if
like,
he was ahead of his time,
about the
surely
fullbacks
he
and
would
stuff
be.
like that.
Yeah, but surely he'd be successful now.
Yeah,
because he's just not.
Yeah, Klopp's already done it, mate.
It was BS.
Yeah.
It was BS.
Yeah,
Anyway, right,
exactly.
let's finish off. We appreciate it's quite a long one, so let's round it off and just quickly go through Man United preview. I know it's obviously difficult because we haven't had a game since. But yeah, go on, Ryan, kick us off, mate. Easy win, easy dub.
Yeah,
for the boys?
easy win, mate. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, I think. I reckon what we should do. I reckon we should just get Elvis Manu, we should get Leon Best, and we should get Chuba Akpom all out just for this one game and just see what they can do.
Oh, unbelievable!
But
well, Chuba Akpom's at Middlesbrough, isn't he?
Inside out, mate.
Yeah, Chuba Akpom's at Middlesbrough.
Oh, Akpom, yeah. Apparently he's doing alright as well.
He's
but
actually
joking
well,
aside, joking aside, I'm feeling a bit confident. You know, why not? We just come off 2 wins and we dismantled Newcastle. We did well against Southampton.
The mighty Newcastle.
Yeah, maybe now the luck's changed. The bounce of the ball's going our way, as you said last week. So hopefully we get something our way against Man United. You never know. I mean, it can't get much worse than what happened at the Amex. So yeah, let's see.
Yeah,
and from what I've seen, there a few injuries. I think Rashford might be is a doubt. I know he's missing all of the England games.
He's normally good against.
And Martial's injured as well.
Yeah,
he came off.
Mate, he sat down Ben White twice, didn't he? And he
did it to us as well. First season, second season.
Yeah,
but hopefully they'll be missing Rashford and Martial. That could be a big plus for us.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, that could.
And I think as well. I think this time around, you know how we mentioned a couple of weeks back or whatever it was, where the international break and we thought it hindered us. I think it's actually going to be a benefit this time because I feel like we've sort of now because we went into it with such like Ryan said, we absolutely. Dismantled Newcastle. We go into it now everyone sort of the spirits are going to be high. Yeah, we have time to sort of to soak it all in. And I just feel like we're going to go into the game more confident and hopefully just play how we've been playing, just without that kind of those shackles and that self doubt that we've got. Which
sit Maguire fraud down, get Danny Welbeck on him.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Imagine
he scores against Man United. He becomes
that's what I was thinking.
He becomes the first player to score. Well, no, he beats the record of previous Man United players scoring against Man United. I saw Sky Sports.
Oh, really?
Early, yeah. And on other players, Adam Webster.
There you go.
Are we? I'm pretty sure he's back, isn't he? Is he? I swear they were saying that he's been back after the international break.
It's apparently Andone too. So that'd be quite interesting.
If Adam Webster's back, that's huge because I think Adam Webster is a massive, massive miss. And I remember, who was it? I was chatting to a couple of workmates, and they were like, basically, going into the Newcastle game, they were going, Newcastle were hindered with injuries, blah, 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 whereas you lot aren't. And I was like, sorry? I was like, we're missing March, Webster, and Lamptey, who, three of our first... people forget that there are 3 sort of first choice defenders, and so without them, they're big misses. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully, if we can get Webster back, that'll be a huge boost ahead of that game. But I reckon we can maybe get a draw just because Man United, you never know with them, what Man United will turn up. It's just hopefully we can keep Fernandes quiet and Pogba if he's on his day as well.
So Welbs has scored. So he's played Man United. Oh God, we just gone out with it. He's played Man United 7 times and scored 3 goals. Who knows?
Not a bad return.
Danny could come up with some. If he could come up with some goals against Man United, that'd be very nice.
That'd be lovely.
We'll see.
Going back to Andone, I don't love this, but it's quite funny, isn't it? Like the fact he's been injured this whole time, and this whole time he's been injured, we've been struggling for goals. And now the one time he's fit to play for us, the last 2 games he's scored 5 goals. So he's probably thinking
that's actually fact.
What have I got to do? What have I got to do here? Yeah, but it'd be nice to see him give it a chance, but there's no rush now. Previously, I was thinking there's a rush to get him back in the team, but we're doing okay without him, aren't we?
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like with the Newcastle game, our strikers are going to be proper buzzing now. So Mopé, Trossard, And who played? Oh, and Welbeck, obviously. Yeah, like they all played so well together. And I think going into this game now, they're all going to be super confident. And if they don't, like for me, what's going to be disappointing, I'm not saying they have to score, but if they then look like the sort of the shell of their former selves against Man United, I'm just going to be where's the progression? Like, as long as they still sort of link up well, play well, and they don't, like I said, they don't have to score because it's Man United. At the end of the day, if we lose, we lose. It's not a problem. But I just want to see that continuation of form. That's what I want. That's what I just want to see with that performance. As long as we like perform well against Man United, I won't be disappointed if we lose. That's just my sort of look on it. Obviously, it'd be great to get a win, but I wouldn't be too disheartened if we don't.
We'll beat
as long as we'll
beat them.
Carry on. Love that, Ryan. Love the positivity. We'll finish on that. Lovely positivity, Ryan. Love that. We're going to beat Man United. You heard it here first. But yeah, big game. And it'd be good to have, for me, to end it, it'd be great just to get rid of international break because it's awful. I don't know who thought it's a good idea. It's just awful. Just get it over and done with. Get club football back,
especially for Brighton players. Apart from Robert Sanchez, I mean, even Spain have had absolute stinkers. I'll quickly whiz through it because I feel like we should. Some people might not know. Percy Tau, I think they didn't make it to the African Cup of Nations.
He scored, didn't
because they lost. Yeah, they scored in the first one, but in the second one, Sudan, they lost to Sudan like 2-0 yesterday.
Was that?
Like,
really surprised. Who they lost to?
Yeah.
I saw Sudan qualified.
Mad.
Yeah, man.
And then obviously Connolly got injured, which is peak.
Who did?
Connolly got injured, came off injured.
Oh, Aaron Connolly.
Ireland, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
it's funny
who's
to say.
Peak for?
Yeah. It's a peak for him or for us?
On the Connolly who thing, Veltman done an interview where he was talking about Brighton strikers and he listed them and he didn't even mention Connolly. I just thought that's quite interesting. Maybe I'm reading too much.
Probably gave him a black eye.
He was like, we've got strikers like Danny, we've got Florian, we've got Neil, and then he just didn't even mention Connolly.
To be fair, why would he mention him? Because he's just not...
Imagine mentioning Florian Andone over Aaron Connolly, who hasn't played for us for a year and a half. That is actually banter.
Yeah,
I mean, if that doesn't describe how bad he is, then I don't even know what does. Anyway,
and it was
on
also
that note, I think we should sign off.
Sorry, the question that they... The question
one more.
Joel Veltman was, who's most likely to win a foul? And I straight away thought Connolly, but he didn't even mention Connolly as well. Because Connolly loves winning fouls, but yeah.
There you go.
Right. On that bombshell.
Let's wrap it up. So, what are they commenting down below?
Best team. Well, no, the Ultimate Albion 11, and also
put that down. Yeah.
Any honourable mentions that we missed out for the worst team, I reckon.
Yeah, basically, anyone
just
we haven't mentioned, comment down below. Yeah, anyone we haven't mentioned, just make that your comment down below. Put it down. Whoever you think should have made it, and also the worst 11 as well.
Nice.
But yeah, peace out, A-Town down, and we'll see you after the Man United game.
Yeah, man.
Peace.